They underestimated the spirit of the people of Lewis County.
Where is the rally today?
Seattle. Seattle? Seattle? That's all we know. Yeah, we're just going. We're going. We're going to save our trees somewhere or another, we hope.
I'd have to say that we're not going to let Plum Creek have Watch Mountain and Fossil Creek. The people of Randall truly feel threatened by Plum Creek's past behavior in their cutting practices.
My homeland has never been treated. It has never been given away. Governor Stevens years ago tore the piece of paper up and walked away. And yet the state of Washington and the federal government assumes authority to be able to sell these lands to Plum Creek or the U.S. Forest Service to dictate authority over these lands. And it's not so. This is still Cala's homeland.
Is it going to be life or is it going to be greed? How much more do we have to give Plum Creek? What is Plum Creek? Why do we have a Plum Creek? Why, as we as a society, let a Plum Creek happen? Are we so captivated by the systems and so captivated by the greed? Are we such people who have given up on our freedom and our liberty that we're willing to say, we can't do anything about it? They're Big Plum Creek. They're a big corporation. They can just have it. We just have to give them these old growth forests and let them cut them so we can save a few places elsewhere. Is that what we've become as a people? Is that what the American mandate and destiny has become? All right, we're going to go across the street. We're going to Plum Creek headquarters. We're going to support the people of Randall who come to talk to them.
Grandmother's back gotten bent to the ground by the oppressor man pressing down, down, down. Grandmother's back gotten bent to the ground by the oppressor man pressing down, down, down. Oppressor man, see what you're doing. Oppressor man, creating a ruin. Oppressor man, hear what she say now. Oppressor man, be changing your ways now. Her body is not a commodity. Her body is not a commodity, not a product to be bought and sold, not to be mined for oil and gold. She is not a product to be bought and sold, not to be mined for oil and gold. She give all she got to give. She give what we need to live. She bring all the world alive. Without her we don't survive. So wake up, now, 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 wake up, people. Hear the chorus singing, wake up, now, 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 wake up, people. One and all. Grandmother's back gotten bent to the ground by the oppressor man pressing down, down, down. Grandmother's back gotten bent to the ground by the oppressor man pressing down, down, down. Oppressor man, see what you're doing. Oppressor man, creating a ruin. Oppressor man, hear what she say now. Oppressor man, be changing your ways now. Her body is
they said that they have a letter.
Mr. Johnson.
They said they have a letter from us saying that it's okay.
He can come to Randall.
I told them that they wouldn't have that.
They told you to restrict us from entry, is that correct?
Sir, I'm trying to answer many
I'm
questions.
trying to find things out myself. I mean, I came a long way too, and I'm on limited budget. I was invited here by Plum Creek.
I understand. I understand.
So, but I want to get it straight. You're denying us access on behalf of Plum Creek. Is that correct?
I'm not going to debate any issues with you. I'm not here to take sides.
Now, why are we?
You're putting words in my mouth.
Who is denying us access to Plum Creek?
Plum Creek, I guess.
Well, I want to let everybody know the Seattle Police Department is here to make sure that you can peacefully protest and get your point across. The building management here, if they decide that they don't want you on their property, it is private property, just like any private property you may have. And so I'm going to nicely ask you to please step out to the sidewalk and you continue your protest there, but you can't be on the private property.
It's voice memo. Just say we're here.
Hey, Bill, we came all the way out from Randall in response to your letter. Where the hell are you? You've got your Gestapo blocking our access to your offices. This is the way you are good neighbors and friends of the community? We had your representative lying to us up there Friday. He told us on the mountain 80% is what you intend to export, and then he lied to us and said 25%. Why don't you come down and talk to us? You say you want to. Put your butt where your mouth is, bud, and get your ass down here. Yeah.
By this time we were in the thick of the campaign, and we had been trying our darndest to get the attention of Plum Creek because they were not listening to us. And lo and behold, they finally decided to pay some attention. And they sent out a mailing to every voter in Lewis County saying that we were lying, that Elmer Day's place really hadn't been covered by a mudslide, that was their fault, and that they weren't planning on clear-cutting Watch Mountain. They showed up at our town meeting, and we were really glad because a lot of people in Randall had a lot of things they wanted to say to Plum Creek Timber Company.
My question to you is, in light of knowing how the local folks feel about this, why does your company wish to pursue to continue to keep these parcels in this exchange? Why do you choose when you could perhaps create better PR for your company by gracefully bowing out of these particular parcels?
Well, I don't, maybe these people can explain you how government works, but it works really complicated and very slowly. This exchange is about 10 years in the process.
You people don't seem to give a damn about us.
Well, we do care about the town of Randall. And
I mean, this is the third meeting we've had that your company's been invited to, and it's the first time you showed up.
Why were the Japanese timber buyers up there walking alone with Plum Creek men looking at the timber to buy it before you even own the mountain?
You guys are rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. Give us a break now.
Well,
give us a break. It's our hill. We're going to keep it.
Okay, it's the same thing that I took back to D.C. in our talking with everybody. I said it has become very, very sad that money has become more important than a town and people's lives.
Just take your losses. You're seeing a massive amount of opposition here and opposition mounting. Take it back to your company. And I know you guys can't make a decision, and I really admire you for standing up here and taking this flag. Just take it back to your company. We don't want you. We don't even want your kind of business here anymore. We're tired of it.
The company's full aware of the position of Randall and everything that's going on. I guarantee you that. So me going back there isn't going to, and they understand.
I'm going to try not to get emotional here.
That's all right, bro. You're fine.
But why we went back to D.C. is to protect our home and our family and everybody else that lives in Randall. I don't know about any dilly shit about your company, and I really don't care. But we do not want Watch Mountain or Fossil Creek logged. And I don't know what we have to do. Log or anything, I just don't care. Just do not log it, because eventually that hillside is going to come down and it's going to come right over Randall, and we will not stand a chance.
And I understand your concern, and
no, you
what
don't.
I'm trying
You
to
don't live here.
So what I'm trying to tell you is these landslides that happen in the valley, you guys have been hit hard in the last couple of years. There's explanation behind those landslides, and I know that your town was blocked and those kinds of things, but those slides were deep-seated landslides, and the state took the toe off the one out of town here. And
that hillside is unstable. It's been proven unstable. You cut out the public process. Well, and now you're having to deal with a very irate public. Understand?
On October 28th, Cascadia Defense Network went to Seattle and decided to do an office takeover of Plum Creek Timber Company's headquarters to draw more attention to Fossil Creek and to make them realize that we wanted all of the land, not just Watch Mountain, because in the negotiations it was looking like Watch Mountain was going to get saved and Fossil Creek was going to be sacrificed. And so we decided to go there and put more pressure on Plum Creek and make them realize that we wanted all of the land saved and that Fossil Creek was just as important.